Now, I'm just as frustrated as you are that we're not looking at a $4 to $7 XRP, multiple XRP ETFs live, and on our way to a double-digit XRP. I'm frustrated that the ETFs have been delayed because of this government shutdown. It blew up our whole timeline. I should note that the targets still remain. They've just been delayed. And what's so important for everybody to understand is that during this delay, the demand for XRP ETFs is actually growing. We have a new ETF filing that is going to include XRP, and I want to provide this update to you guys pretty quick because we're going to be back live again tonight. I don't want to wear you out. We already dropped an update this morning. Here's round 2, and then we'll be back live tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. So I don't want you to see too much of me today. Let's make this update quick and get right on into it, folks. That XRP ETF demand is still growing. David Schwartz with an important update, though. We've seen a huge increase in phishing emails claiming hardware wallet security upgrades or verification processes. Ignore any such messages you receive unless you can independently confirm them, and never enter a hardware wallet seed phrase into anything other than the hardware wallet. This was the whole issue, right, with the guy who lost a few $1 million worth of XRP by loading his seed phrase into an app. And this is where we always say, right, keep that seed phrase, keep it somewhere safe, hopefully offline, protected, whether you're punching the seed phrase into an ARC plate through our good friend Tyler in the TIE Project, or whether you're writing it down, putting it in a few different places, right? And we're someone here now, myself included, many people are starting to move it into institutional grade custody as well. So in combination of cold storage, protecting the seed phrase, and then relying on partners that can provide institutional grade custody, this is how we're keeping it safe. But watch out for these phishing emails, all the texts that have been going out, fake impersonators of me. I will never DM you. Stay safe out there. And don't take in too much of the FUD, folks. You got to understand what's happening. Tony Edward from the Thinking Crypto podcast. We are still in a bull market. The whales and market makers have done their job again, putting many investors into fear, and many have gotten emotional and panic sold. The herd believes the bull market is over, and the market always does the opposite of the herd. Do not follow the masses. Do not hang out with the negative ones, And I'm glad to see, the negativity and the FUD. It's not going far these days. We've been cutting through it all. Sistine Research sees it as well. The timeline is uncertain, but pretty sure of the following. Metals are going to be going higher. Your XRP going a lot higher. And Pokemon cards going higher. Now, I don't have any exposure to Pokemon cards anymore. When I was a young one, I used to play around with the Pokemon cards. I really loved Pokemon on my Game Boy Advanced. I was a little nerd back in the day, right? And, we love Pokemon. I should have held the bag probably, but at some point I did sell off my Pokemon cards. I don't know how much for how many I had. I know I had some good ones, but no exposure to Pokemon cards. But precious metals, absolutely. Cryptocurrency, including XRP, we're not stopping, and neither are the whales. 30 million XRP accumulated by whales in the last 24 hours from Alley Charts. We'd actually shown some other data points too, that we're at an all-time high amount of wallets that are holding at least 10,000 XRP. Now, before you comment and tell me how much you hold, I don't want to know, and you shouldn't share it. All going back to safety. Don't tell folks how much XRP you got, okay? Now, what we're starting to see, and this is what I'm going to be breaking down in tonight's live show, is all of this demand for XRP. And people, we like to talk about, especially, in the content game, everybody wants the biggest XRP clickbait and hopium. Please, Zach, deliver it to me. And I try to do my best based off the fundamentals and real data, right? And I try to keep it based in reality. But the reality now is past speculation. And that's what I'm going to be breaking down tonight. And we're going to be looking at, the SBI press release that just came out here today, where they note their commitment of $200 million towards this new XRP digital asset treasury company. This is the press release from SBI Holdings that got put out today, talking about their investment in a PIPE, that's a private investment in public equity financing for US-based Evernorth Holdings, operating as Evernorth, alongside key SBI Group partner, US-based Ripple Labs, and other investments. That writing is a little small. I need to get that zoomed. I'm getting old, I guess. So this is Evernorth, right? The company that was announced yesterday. And that's going to be the largest digital asset treasury company so far. And this is going to be an investment of just $1 billion. SBI committing $200 million. The only in-kind investing with XRP has been from Chris Larson that we know of. And a lot of people have been, saying, of course, when good news comes out for XRP, the fudsters try to find out how they can put a negative spin on it. And so they've been trying to say, oh, this is going to come from Ripple's escrow. It's not going to have any impact on price. They're not going to be buying from the open market, even though that's exactly what they outlined in their SEC filings, right? Because this deal has to be approved by the SEC. They're looking to go live in Q1 of 2026. The ticker will be XRPN. Not here to give you financial advice, but I already said that I'm probably going to be buying this. I want to make a comment on this. This isn't, separate from my XRP holdings. I don't replace my investment in XRP with anything else, right? I have my defensive side of my portfolio. When I want to gamble a little bit more, I'll go do it on a ticker like XPRN, which would be the only stock I would have exposure to right now. I don't have any stock plays in my portfolio, but I'd be looking to get some, and that would be a gamble. I'm looking at it as kind of a leveraged bet where, similar to how MicroStrategy is a way to leverage Bitcoin. It also, if Bitcoin's coming back down, MicroStrategy's in trouble. We've seen that play out too. So you got to be careful. And this is why I say it doesn't replace my XRP investment. Spot XRP without leverage. If I go short Bitcoin or go long XRP in my trading bag, that doesn't replace any of my XRP. If I go buy a ticker for a digital asset treasury company holding XRP, that doesn't replace my investment in XRP. That's all separate. It's a separate gamble, separate bet. But I am going to be making that bet because of the leadership and the investors behind this company. Definitely going to be making my bet on that one, not financial advice. But the point being is that this is $1 billion of investment to get started, so they could easily be acquiring 200-300 million XRP with ease. And I want folks to understand that at the current prices, when we now know, it's not speculation anymore, we know that there's billions of dollars worth of demand for XRP, right? We know that XRP is going to see those billions of inflows and it's going to relate to a much higher price. Now we're talking about a much higher price of XRP just from the inflows into the spot ETFs. These are the ETFs that will just get exposure to XRP exclusively. This is not including all of the basket ETFs in the index funds that were getting filed as well. ProShares officially filing for their ProShares CoinDesk Crypto 20 ETF to be listed on the New York Stock Exchange. This fund will track the CoinDesk Crypto 20 Index, giving investors exposure to the top 20 digital assets by market cap. Now, we slide on over. Right now, this includes Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP Solana, Cardano, Chainlink, SUI, Avalanche, Stellar, HBAR, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Uniswap, Aptos, Near, ICP, Polkadot, Aave, Polygon, and Filecoin, but that is also subject to change. But all of these ETFs, this is showing us that the demand to include XRP in these products that Wall Street will be selling is growing. Now, we're looking at 5 to 10 billion of inflows just into the spot ETFs alone, not including these ETFs, which will also have to go out and back and buy the products, the cryptocurrencies as well. So they're going to have to go buy all 20 of those cryptos, including XRP. So this adds additional demand and more XRP being locked up in these Wall Street ETFs. This is why I'm saying that the delay really sucks, and our timeline blew up for October, right? And the ETFs that were supposed to be going live. But as soon as this shutdown ends, the SEC has a stack of ETFs, the spot ETFs, along with these basket products. They're going to be signing off on all of them. And by that point, I believe that we're already going to be at that XRP new all-time high and on our way to double digits as well. Now, folks, I want to let you guys know about our sponsor real quick, I Trust Capital. This is where you can buy and sell crypto through your crypto IRA or in their premium custody account as well. You're going to use my promo code, which is Rector9, to get your $100 funding bonus. but you can invest through your traditional Roth or SEP IRA. If you have a 401k, you can roll that over. And then they also have the premium custody account that provides you institutional grade custody with 1% on the transaction fee. Go check them out, linked up down below. And once again, my promo code is Rector9. Now, I appreciate you guys for stopping by. We'll be back tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern for our full live show breakdown and Q&A. Hope you guys appreciate it. Help us out by sharing it out far and wide, and ZachRector.com for all the community resources.